Children, this story is of a girl called Rinki. Rinki used to live in a place named Ram Nagar with her parents. She was a student of class 5. She was very good in studies, honest, and she also helped her parents in the housework. In Rinki's class, there was another girl called Neetu. She was also very good in studies. Yes, sometimes Rinki stood first in class and sometimes Neetu. Often their difference was just 1 or 2 marks. One out of the two stood first in the class. Both were equally good in sports. Although they were really good friends, but the feeling of competition was always there. Once upon a time, Rinki was sitting with her father and studying. She tells her father,
Papa, you just watch. This time I will stand first in class.
Rinki's father hears this and smiles and tells her, Beta, the person who works hard and studies with dedication should not feel sad even if she or he does not stand first. Even if the person works hard but does not get the expected results in their exams, considering the fact that they did hard work, he stands first in my opinion.
No, Papa. The one who stands first is always praised. You know that? People only clap for that person. Everyone give respect to that person only.
Yes, my child. It's good to stand first, but only with truth and honesty. If this time you study hard and get good marks, I will gift you a very big bicycle for you to ride. Rinki really liked cycles. Since many days she was asking her mother for one. Her mother just avoided this by saying that she would get it for her next year, saying that she will get the cycle next year. But as soon as Rinki heard from her father that he would gift her a cycle, she was very happy, and then and there she decided that no matter what, she would surely come first this year. Rinki got engrossed in her studies. Days passed, and the exams arrived. Rinki did really well in her exams, and now the result was awaited.
Children, this time all of you have worked very hard and have done very well. But this time Rinki has stood first in class and Neetu is second.
The moment the teacher announced that Rinki had secured the first position, upon hearing her name, Rinki leapt with joy. She had feared that Neetu would win. Madam handed over all the mark sheets to the children.
Now please all students stand up and now we will all clap for Rinki this time.
Rinki was very happy. She happily went home and gave this good news to her dear mother.
Mom, I stood first in class.
Really? That is great news, my dear. My daughter is so talented.
Rinki called up her father to give him this good news.
Papa, I stood first in class. I'm very happy. Papa, don't forget your promise about the cycle.
Of course, beta. I haven't forgotten it. I remember everything. And her father cut the phone call. Now Rinki was very happy. After some time, Rinki opened her mark sheet. She was shocked. She kept turning the pages and adding up the numbers. After adding up all the numbers that she secured in all her exams, then Rinki thought,
Oh, what is this? 2 marks extra have been given. This means that I have not stood first.
Upon seeing this, Rinki was sad. She did not feel like eating or drinking anything. Rinki's mother explains to her,
Beta, don't worry. Even if you have not stood first, it does not matter. We are still very happy.
But Rinki was not satisfied with what her mother said. In the evening, when her father came home, she ran to him and hugged him and started crying. It was as if she was just waiting for her father. Oh, what happened to my Rinki?
Papa, I have not stood first. There is a difference of 2 marks in the total. Neetu has stood first.
After saying this, she shows the answer sheet to her father. After checking the answer sheet thoroughly, he says, Beta, it's okay if you haven't secured the first position.
Papa, I was declared first in the class, and the entire class clapped for me this time. But when I came back home and added up the marks, I saw that 2 extra marks had been given. According to this, Neetu has stood up first.
Rinki's father explains to her and says, You've stood first today also, Beta, because you have shown your honesty. Beta, hard work and honesty are very important things in life. The real numbers are the numbers which you get honestly. Today, if you are lacking for just 2 marks, it is not that you haven't stood first. The honesty that you have shown, in my eyes, you are first. In life, it is not always required to get good marks. Along with that, your character and behavior should also be first. The next day, in front of the whole class, Rinki goes to the teacher and says,
Ma'am, yesterday you declared me first in class, but I have not stood first. I stood second.
What are you saying, Rinki?
Ma'am, there has been 2 extra marks added to my total.
The teacher quickly checked for the mark sheet and added all the numbers. She saw that really there were 2 extra marks added for Rinki. Rinki was right. Madam looks at Rinki affectionately and puts her hand on her head and says, and again tells the class to clap for Rinki because honesty is a very important part of life. Rinki stood first not only in class but in the eyes of everyone. Everyone looked at her with respect. Everyone praised her a lot. Rinki was very happy seeing this. That is the reason why it is said that honesty is a very important part of life.